Welcome to Industrial Engineering JargonTalks channel.
Hello everyone, welcome to your channel. My name is Fanky and today we're going to listen to an American story about a guy who thought knows everything but realized he knows nothing. The story bears the captivating name Unveiling the Unknown, a journey of engineering, growth and love. Now, let's immerse ourselves in Alex's perspective as he narrates this extraordinary tale.
I grew up in a small town in the Midwest of the United States. My parents were hard-working people who instilled in me the importance of education and dedication to one's craft. I was a curious child, always asking questions and seeking to understand the world around me. My name is Alex, and I remember one particular afternoon when I was 7 years old. I was sitting in the backyard, taking apart an old radio, trying to understand how it worked. My dad came out to check on me and asked,
"What are you up to, kiddo?"
"I'm trying to figure out how this radio works," I replied, holding up the various pieces. My dad smiled and sat down next to me.
"Well, you certainly are a curious one, aren't you? Have you learned anything interesting?"
I eagerly showed him the pieces I had taken apart and tried to explain how I thought they worked together. My dad listened patiently, nodding along as I spoke.
"That's impressive, son,"
he said.
"You know, engineering might be a great field for you to pursue when you grow up."
From that moment on, I was determined to become an engineer. I spent hours tinkering with various electronics and machines, trying to understand how they worked. My mom would often find me sitting in my room with my nose buried in a book on engineering principles. One day, she asked me,
"What are you reading, honey?"
"It's a book about how planes fly," I replied excitedly. "Did you know that the wings create lift because of the way the air flows over them?" My mom smiled and ruffled my hair.
"You're going to be a brilliant engineer one day, Alex."
Their encouragement and support meant the world to me, and it was because of their guidance that I became the engineer I am today. As a teenager, I continued to pursue my interests in engineering, spending countless hours tinkering with electronics and machines. My high school years were spent excelling in math and science, and I was accepted into a prestigious engineering program at a top university. During my college years, I was surrounded by like-minded individuals who shared my passion for engineering. One day, while working on a particularly challenging project with my classmates, I found myself struggling to communicate my ideas effectively. "I just can't seem to get my point across," I said, frustrated. "It's like I know what I want to say, but the words won't come out right." My friend Tom, who is known for his excellent communication skills, offered to help.
Here's a tip. Try to simplify your language and use analogies to explain complex concepts. It can help make your ideas more accessible to others.
His advice proved to be invaluable, and I began to work on improving my communication skills. However, I still struggled with social interactions outside of my close circle of engineering friends. I was often quiet and reserved, and I found it difficult to connect with people outside of the engineering program. Despite these challenges, I was able to make lifelong friends and had experiences that helped shape who I am today. One day, while working on a robotics project with my teammates, I found myself laughing and joking with them. It was a rare moment of social connection that made me realize how much I'd been missing out on. Looking back on my teenage years and college experience, I realized that my personal character was not my strongest suit. While I excelled in engineering, I struggled with social interactions and communication skills. It was a weakness that would ultimately impact my professional and personal life in ways that I could not have anticipated. After graduating from Stanton University in 2005, I landed my first job at a large aerospace company called Atlas Aerospace. I was thrilled to be working in my chosen field, and I quickly made a name for myself as a top engineer in the company. Within a year, I was promoted to a leadership position, overseeing a team of engineers on a critical project for the company. My technical expertise and attention to detail were highly valued, but I began to realize that there was more to success in the workplace than just technical skills. I struggled to connect with my colleagues and found it hard to communicate my ideas effectively. Despite my success, I felt like an outsider and couldn't understand why. One day, I confided in my mentor, who had been with the company for over a decade. "I feel like I'm missing something," I said. I know my technical skills are strong, but I can't seem to connect with my colleagues. It's like I'm speaking a different language. My mentor listened patiently and nodded understandingly.
You know, Alex, I had a similar problem when I was starting out in my career.
She said,
I realized that it wasn't just about technical skills, but about building relationships and effective communication. You might want to consider taking some courses or attending some workshops on those topics.
Taking my mentor's advice to heart, I made a conscious effort to improve my communication and interpersonal skills. I sought out various opportunities to do so, including attending public speaking courses, participating in networking events, and volunteering in my community. By exposing myself to different social situations and learning from others, I was able to gain a better understanding of how to effectively communicate my ideas and connect with people from all walks of life. These experiences helped me to develop a more well-rounded skill set that would be crucial for my success in the workplace. As I continued to develop my communication and interpersonal skills, I also began to experience personal growth in my relationships. I met a beautiful girl named Sophia, who was from a Latino family and had a fiery personality to match her stunning appearance. We met in a coffee shop in Los Angeles, California, where we were both studying and pursuing our careers. Sophia was studying business administration and was very outgoing, confident, and passionate about her work. I was drawn to her energy and her positive attitude, and we soon began dating. I learned a lot from Sophia about the importance of embracing diversity and seeking out new experiences. She opened my eyes to new ways of thinking and helped me to become more comfortable in social situations. One day, as we were walking through the city, Sophia turned to me and said,
Alex, I'm so proud of you for all the work you've been doing to improve your communication and interpersonal skills. I've noticed such a difference in the way you interact with people, and it's been amazing to watch you grow.
I smiled and thanked her for her support. You know, Sophia, I said, I feel like I've learned so much from you, too. You've taught me the importance of being confident and passionate about what I do, and I've become more open-minded and adventurous thanks to your influence. We continued walking hand in hand, enjoying each other's company and the vibrant city around us. Through my relationship with Sophia, I learned that personal growth and self-improvement can come from unexpected places, and that sometimes the most valuable lessons are learned from the people we love. Looking back on my early career at Atlas Aerospace, I realized that the lessons I learned about effective communication and building relationships would be invaluable throughout my professional life. It was a lesson that I would carry with me as I moved on to other companies and pursued new opportunities in the field of engineering. Throughout my relatively short career in engineering, I've experienced both highs and lows. I've had the opportunity to work with some of the brightest minds in the industry, and I've been fortunate enough to lead and mentor teams of talented engineers. But I've also experienced some setbacks and challenges that have taught me valuable lessons about leadership and teamwork. For example, at one point, I resigned from a company due to a lack of alignment with their values and culture. Although it was a difficult decision, it taught me the importance of finding a workplace that aligns with my personal and professional values. At another point in my career, I was fired from a company due to a lack of conflict management skills within my team. It was a humbling experience that forced me to reflect on my leadership style and to recognize the importance of being able to manage conflicts effectively. One day, while working out at the gym, I noticed a gorgeous girl working out nearby. She had stunning brown skin, and I couldn't help but notice her energy and enthusiasm. As we began talking, I learned that she was an Indian Jamaican girl named Priya. "Hi, I'm Alex," I said, introducing myself.
"Priya,"
she replied, flashing a warm smile. As we continued to chat, I was struck by Priya's intelligence and her passion for her work in environmental science. We quickly found that we had a lot in common, and our conversations flowed easily and naturally.
"I love your shirt,"
Priya said, pointing to the graphic tee I was wearing.
"Are you a fan of that band?"
I smiled, happy that she noticed. "Yeah, they're one of my favorites. I went to one of their concerts last year. It was amazing." As we continued talking, we discovered that we shared a love of music and had similar tastes in bands and artists. We even found that we had attended some of the same concerts in the past. We began dating, and over time, our relationship grew stronger. Priya was an active girl who loved to explore the outdoors, and I found myself falling in love with her adventurous spirit and her love for life. We traveled together, went on hikes and camping trips, and shared many meaningful experiences.
I'm so glad we met at the gym.
Priya said as we hiked through a beautiful mountain trail.
I feel like we're so compatible and we have so much fun together.
I nodded, feeling a sense of warmth and contentment. I feel the same way, Priya. You bring so much joy and adventure into my life. As we continued our hike, I knew that I had found someone truly special. And now, almost 2 years later, I'm grateful every day for the love and support that Priya brings to my life. Looking back on my life, I realize that while I may not have known everything, I've certainly learned a lot along the way. From my childhood curiosity and passion for understanding how things work to my successes and challenges in the engineering industry, and ultimately to finding love and meaning in my life, every experience has taught me something valuable. Now, with Priya by my side, I feel like I can take on anything that comes my way. She has shown me that there is so much more to life than just technical skills or knowledge. Her adventurous spirit and her love for learning and exploring have inspired me to embrace new experiences and challenges. As I look to the future, I know that there will be ups and downs, challenges and triumphs, but I'm excited to face them all, knowing that I have the support of someone who loves me unconditionally and who will always be by my side. And so, as I close this chapter of my story, I'm grateful for everything that has brought me to this point. I'm excited to see what the future holds, and I know that whatever comes my way, I'm ready to face it head on with confidence, determination, and love in my heart.